Hey, this is Mike from the 1000K to Tokyo kayaking expedition, an over 700-mile journey up the Pacific coast of Japan to Tokyo to do trash research. So today I'm here to talk to you about a really exceptional piece of gear by Kayalu, and this is the GoPro mount. This is the suction mount, but for this specific expedition, the last one, I actually used the bolt-on mount. So I actually bolted it into my kayak because I had a polyethylene kayak, so I couldn't use the suction mount. But first let me talk about that. So I had two places. I bolted it on the front and the back, and it was really a great process. I mean, it was relatively easy. I did have to get different screws because in Japan here they didn't have the screw size and the thread count that I needed. So I did have to get different screws, and I did have to do some tapping of a metal plate. But beyond that, if you're kind of versed in doing that stuff, you'll be fine. I mean, it was completely excellent. I rolled with it. I did many things with it. I got amazing shots, and there's nothing to replace this. I really want to stress that. Of all the things I've done and all the ways I tried to mount, I actually mounted a tripod at one time on the back of my kayak using ropes. And that was completely inefficient because, of course, if I fall over or the ropes get detached, my GoPro goes in the water and it's gone forever. But this, I mean, and let me talk about the durability for 1 second. I kept this on the front of my kayak every single day for 56 days. It was pounded by surf, salt water. It just baked in salt water. I never dried it, never did anything with it. When I wanted to use it, I unclamped the top, put the GoPro on, tightened it up, put it in the position I wanted it in, and I was done. And of course, the cool thing is, this also bungee cable, you can attach it to something, so you're not going to lose it. So if, hypothetically, of course, if you have the suction mount, you're not going to lose it. The bolt-on mount, you're not going to lose it anyway, unless this breaks, which it's not going to. But this is a piece of gear in its own category. There's nothing like this. Unless you're doing some kind of homemade job, which I did before. I can't knock that because I used to have a tripod attached by ropes to the back of my kayak. But I upgraded to this, and I can't be happier. Let me talk about something really cool. Let me detach this bottom for a second and show you. Something I didn't know until I had to actually find out. So you can actually use this as a tripod. And so you can see here, you can put this on the ground and it will actually be a tripod. I actually used this as a tripod for a few videos I had to make during one really, really bad weather day in Shionomisaki, which is a place near Wakayama, Japan. Here are some pictures actually. You can see here that it's perfectly able to be a tripod. And that's a feature I had no idea existed until, out of necessity, I tried to make it into a tripod. But beyond that, this is the second expedition I've used it for. The first expedition was a kayak from Japan to Korea, the first ever kayaking expedition from Japan to Korea.
환경에 관심이 있는 미국인과 일본인 두 명이
일본에서 영어 강사로 일하는 미국인 마이클 씨와
And the second trip, of course, is a 700-mile journey. And this piece of gear withstood everything. I mean, there's no breaking. It's made of really, really good plastic. I'm completely confident I could use it again for a few more years on any expedition I have. So once again, this is from Kayalu. This is called the GoPro mount. And this is the suction mount, but I did use the bolt-on mount, both of which work wonders. And that's about it. I hope you get it, invest in it. I mean, the owner's a great guy. I talked to him personally. He helped me out with a discount for this. But I'll use it again in a second. And even if he didn't give me a discount, I would have bought it anyway. So this is Mike from the 1000K to Tokyo kayaking expedition. Until next time, peace.